welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing a wedding update vlog for you all. I know it's been highly requested that I keep doing these wedding update vlogs, and this one I'm going to do is my engagement photos. So with our engagement photos, we did ours the first week of December, and this necessarily was not by choice. When we were doing our engagement photos, I did call a month in advance because at that time we were ready to do them, and I wanted them done right before Thanksgiving, but what happened was they were completely booked. So when we did schedule them for the last week of November, it happened to rain the day we wanted to do it. And usually most photographers suggest not to do it when it's raining. One, because their equipment's going to get ruined, and two, you're not going to get the absolute best lighting that you need. When finding a good photographer, you really do need to do your research, and you really need to have a good eye in terms of quality of pictures. So a big thing for me is shadowing. If I see a photographer that when you take a picture and there's a lot of shadows, like for example under the eyes and around the mouth, they don't have a good concept in terms of how light is supposed to be portrayed in photos, you might not want to get a photographer like that because your photos are not going to turn out as you would like them to. Another good thing to ask your photographer is in terms of how to get your pictures and the contract with your pictures. You should always have a contract with your photographer, especially if your photographer is going to do not only your engagement pictures, but your wedding as well. You want to make sure there's clauses in there that says, in the event that there is some type of natural disaster, the wedding is canceled due to severe illness, death, and so forth, that's in there. Because sometimes if those things are not in there and the photographer decides, hey, well, you're not going to get a refund, that's going to be a problem because that's about a good chunk of money down the drain. Make sure you have the rights to your photos. That's a big thing. That's a huge thing. You want to make sure that the photos that they give you have a very high resolution, because most times if you're working with other vendors for your save the dates and so forth, they need something that is a very large, high quality picture. You want to make sure that your photographer really understands what you're trying to go for. So my photographer and I, we talked for an hour or so talking about different concepts, what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure we captured the essence of Kevin and I as a couple. We wanted to talk about, do we need to do any type of changes? What's best for your camera? Because me personally, as someone who does blogging, I want to make sure that my makeup and certain types of makeup are translating well on pictures, and also we want to make sure that certain colors are translating well. Kevin would run his face like right up on my face, and of course, as you can see, I wear lots of foundation and bronzers and such, so it will just transfer on his skin, and he will have like an orangey tan on his nose, and I would tell him, hey, just kind of get close, do a little peck or something, and he's like, no, I want to kiss you, and it was a back and forth type of thing. So I was constantly trying to wipe his face to make sure there was no makeup transferring on him. Even though on some pictures I see it just a tad bit, like, oh gosh, he has makeup right on his nose, and we tried our best. But make sure you bring some makeup wipes with you in your little baggie, because ladies, your guys are going to want to do all the kissing pictures and kind of nuzzle their face on your cheek and such, and you don't want all your blush and your bronzer and your foundation to get right on them, and then your pictures are looking kind of weird because you got makeup on half of your guy's face. You want to make sure you're feeling good with what you're wearing, because if you're wearing something that is very restricting and tight, you're not going to be as comfortable as you need to. And you need to make sure that you're comfortable because you're doing a lot of movements, you're doing a lot of candid shots, and we don't want to wear something that's so restricting that we can't even walk. Another good thing is to practice in the mirror in terms of your posing, knowing what angles work best for you. So I know it sounds super cheesy, but I was in front of our full-length mirror like I was Tyra Banks. I was making sure that those angles that I was doing really captured my body well, and Kevin's just a natural. He can take a good picture just laying on the couch. So I wanted to make sure with certain parts of my features that I get good angles on. When you are doing your engagement photos, also make sure that you and your groom-to-be are coordinating in terms of what you are wearing. So when Kevin picked out his outfit, he made sure, one, that he wasn't matching with me, because we're that type of couple. I don't know what's wrong with us. We are that type of couple who does not want to match each other. Like, you're wearing plaid, and I was going to wear plaid. Somebody has to not wear plaid today, because we're not going to be that couple. So that's pretty much it. It's a very short video, and I appreciate seeing all of you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.